Since not everyone is into overclocking, there's one more thing that you can do, and by doing this you will get 3 benefits from it. So let's begin. As I've shown you in my previous video, the RTX 5080 is such a nice GPU that with a bit of tweaking on the software side, you can get 10%, well, about 10% more performance, and that's better than a 4080 going to a 4080 Super. So basically, you are getting 5080 to 5080 Super kind of performance, although the 5080 Super is not out yet. However, since not everyone is into overclocking, there's one more thing that you can do. Now, there's 3 benefits of running it at a lower power target. The first being, of course, the lower power draw results in lesser heat generated. The second being that the lower power draw results in, because of the lesser heat, there will be less use of the fan RPM. You can run it at lower speed. The GPU is less stressed and the power supply is less stressed. So all your components will have longer lifespan. And of course, the third benefit will be when it comes to your electricity bill. Although it depends on how much you use, but nevertheless, every bit counts when it comes to your electricity bill depending on where you live. So let's go into the detail on how to go about doing this. And it is very simple. As you can see from my recording here, just a dial down of that stretch of thing on software like MSI Afterburner. Change the power target from 100% down to whatever you have available. In this case, mine is 60%, at least what I remember. I could be wrong, but it's around that 60%. And you will see noticeable difference from the power draw, which I will show you later, a side-by-side comparison running Cyberpunk 2077, and you can see that one is drawing about 250 watts, the other draw about 330 watts down. That's a lot of difference. So that is why you, on that benchmark that I did, you will see that the fan RPM, I've actually maintained it at 2000, which is low enough, and low enough that it's still slightly audible. Actually, you can go lower, but I digress again. So at a fixed RPM of the fan, you get lower temperature with the one with the lower power draw, which is obvious. So that means that you can have a lot of room for other tweaks. So basically, this is the advantage of tuning down. And you know what? Let's have a look at the benchmark. The benchmark was carried out using the Elite Swift 27 Ultra, a dual mode 4K 180Hz and 1080p 360Hz monitor with built-in speakers, beautiful LED light, and a good range of input ports. The system is powered by first player NGDP power supply that is certified by PPLP, Cybernetics, and AT+. And you can see that the performance is literally the same across the games, and when I average them out, the difference is less than 5%. And if I want to be exact, it's 4%. And why did I choose Cyberpunk 2077 as the example? Because that's the one with the greatest variance, which is about 8%, while some games you will see that there's no difference at all. And with that, I end this video, and I hope you enjoy this kind of video to show you how to get the most out of your card. After all, you paid so much for an RTX 5080. You could either get more performance out of it or maintain the same performance at a lower capacity by tuning down the power draw so there's lower heat and draws less from the power. And that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll end this video with a side-by-side comparison of the Cyberpunk 2077 footage that I've recorded. Bye bye.
Where there's smoke, there's bubbles.